I'm George Snow. I'm a counselor at Seacoast Learning Collaborative. We are a private nonprofit school. We work with students who are sent out of their regular district for whatever reason. So we have a variety of students from many districts around the area who get sent to us. All of our students are on IEPs, individual education plans, and we have a big counseling focus at our school. So all of our students built into their IEPs have both individual counseling and group counseling. The group counseling piece at Seacoast Learning Collaborative takes place through the Adventure-Based Learning Experience, or ABLE as we call it. So every student in our school takes advantage of that. We take the students out for at least an hour a week. It's not always to the ropes course. We go to the ropes course weekly with some students, but throughout the week some of the students might be participating in games at the school where we're at now up in Rochester, and our ropes course is in Brentwood. So we can't get there as often as we'd like, but we get over there every week. We started out building the ropes course probably back in 2008, I believe, where my coworker and I, we built a lot of the low elements ourselves. So we started out really focusing on kind of ground games and the low elements, and then in 2009 we had Project Adventure come in and build a lot of our high elements. So things like the zip line, the pamper pole platform, swing shot, things like that were added in 2009. And then recently, within the last 5 years or so, we added the giant wall that we have out in the middle of the field, which is pretty visually striking for our program, I think. It's a 4-sided climbing wall with 2 sides that have rock climbing. We have a cargo net on one side, and then on the other side we have an element that's called the Giant's Ladder, which is pretty tough to do. And that's the other nice thing about our ropes course, is we have a variety of high elements that range from kind of easier and don't take a lot of physical skill to some very difficult elements that take a lot of strength and a lot of physical skill. So, you know, we can incorporate a large variety of kids, and we can see the students as they kind of grow through the years and get more strength, maybe more dexterity. They get better and can do some of the other more difficult elements, and they certainly feel very proud of that too. So the ABLE program is designed that we will progress throughout the year. The students start out with maybe some low initiatives, maybe on the ground, doing field games, things like that, that mainly focus on cooperation, teamwork, communication, building some leadership skills. From there, the students move on to some of the low elements, which include like the Mohawk Walk, Triangle Traverse, Swinging Log, different things they do to work together. Again, the big thing is teamwork, cooperation, communication among students and among students and staff. And then they progress to the high ropes course, things like the zip line, vertical playground, platform, swing shot, things like that. And there's the nice thing about that is they start learning to belay for one another, help keep each other safe on the ropes course, do ladder spotting. So it's not only about participation, it's about them helping other students stay safe as well. And the idea behind that, the whole program is really a lot of positive outcomes, starting with just the simple fact of getting kids outside than they're used to. A lot of our students spend a lot of time on their screens, so we go out every week for at least an hour, and they're outside throughout the whole year. So spring, winter, fall, summer, doesn't matter, we're out on the ropes course throughout the whole year. So students are spending a lot more time outside, moving around than they might be used to. And they're also learning to positively communicate with one another on the ropes course, and they're also hopefully pushing their own boundaries. A lot of students come in, not just younger students, but all our students, kind of afraid of heights, afraid to see how high they want to go. And throughout the year, you get to see them progress as they do that, because they might come out and not go on the ladder at all, then they might move their way up a ladder, might move their way up to climbing up a tree, and then they might eventually end up going down the zip line. So I've seen students take a year or two to do that, of going out weekly, and then that's pretty neat to see. Then what I really like to see is when the students are belaying for one another, because they're learning how to use the rope to keep each other safe. So when you're going out at that point, it's basically a student putting their safety into another student's hands, and that's pretty powerful for the students. Sometimes staff will go up on the ropes course as well, and students are belaying them. I think that makes for a great relationship between staff and students, because, you know, we're always saying we believe in the students, but when you're out there and you're up on the high ropes course and the student has you on belay, basically has your safety in their hands, you're really putting your money where your mouth is at that point. So you're trusting the student to keep you safe. So, we really want to, again, build the leadership skills, a lot of the positive communication, have the students learn to talk to one another. And students that don't always interact with one another during the school day, they get a chance to do that out on the ropes course and build a different kind of relationship than they've had in the past and build some trust.